Welcome back to the Cozy Club, my friends. My name's Cozy Gamer. Today, it's the DSA FastPass Episode 2. Your FastPass for everything DSA today. Did I get it right, Cubs?
No, not at all. You totally butchered it. It's your one-stop shop for everything you need to know in DSA today.
We got CubsFanHan with us today. Glad you could join, man. Excited to do another show with you.
Dude, I love what you're doing on your channel. You're exploding, man. It's fun. It's so good for the game. You deserve it. Cozy Club. It's fun to see the Cozy Club find its footing and its place in the YouTube sphere and the Twitch sphere. So keep up the good work, both you and the Cozy Club. Love it.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Super blessed and also just excited to have a great community, solid community of fun people in the game. So let's go ahead and move on to today's subjects, my friends. If you guys want to catch the first half of subjects, you can go over to CubsFanHan video, hit him up and subscribe, help him out. We've got meme of the week for his, character wish list, and wilds. Now for mine, Cubs, first subject, we're going to talk about Sorcerer Stones, my friend. Overall, what's your opinion on them?
So I've got a couple opinions. Number one, I really wish they didn't name them Sorcerer Stones because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and I'm sorry, but this is not turning everything into gold or becoming a elixir of life. Nor were they created by Nicholas Flamel. So that's kind of throwing me off right now. But put the name aside, so here's how I feel about Sorcerer Stones. I would kind of rather have no Sorcerer Stones, but because I play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and I've seen what mods are, Sorcerer Stones to me improve on mods in so many ways. Mods in Galaxy of Heroes, if you're not familiar, are too complex. There's 6 different, it'd be like you take 6 different stones and you're equipping 6 different stones. And the stat increases on those stones is RNG dependent. And there's different sets you have to, there's just so much different complications that come with mods that Sorcerer Stones get rid of. And so I really like the way that the upgrades from chipped, flawed to regular are set percentages, not RNG percentages. And I really like that you just equip one. And so while part of me would rather have nothing extra, kind of like Marvel Strike Force does, where you don't really have anything, although I think they're considering adding something kind of like mods. I do appreciate the customization element that you have where you can take a character and you can decide, well, I'm going to put this on it, or I'm going to put this on it, and maybe there's going to be some degree of subjectivity there. Although one of my concerns later game is that they'll just kind of be redundant because there'll be a very clear, obvious choice for specific characters, and so every single, Elsa you see is going to have offense on her, or every single Mordu you see is going to have defense on it, stuff like that. And so I hope that they have it interesting enough so that where there's not one clear, obvious choice for every situation. That was a mouthful. I hope I covered it all.
Yeah, I think I was going to have a video come out later today for Sorcerer Stone, guys, but I guess Cubs just go ahead. That's the video. Let's cut that now. So, guys, everything you said is true, right? We don't have to hope for these number rolls. We just have 5, 10, 15%. You guys are going to see it later today. But the thing that I love about them is that, again, if I have a T7 Hades and Cubs has a T7 Hades, those Hades are going to be identical. But now if I wanted to put, a little bit more offense on mine, or Cubs wanted his faster, Cubs, I feel like it does add definitely some new strategy and differences in the game. And I think that's healthy for it.
Yep, and I think it will remain that way so long as they don't make it so obvious which... I want there to be some subjectivity on what stone is best. Because if every character is just like, well, obviously you equip this stone, then they kind of just, why are they there at that point? Because everyone's going to have them. It's just like another gear piece you have to equip on them.
Yeah, for sure. And then hopefully they don't do like a 20% stone, and then we have to do all that for, a new 20%, whatever, right? It's capped at 15. I think that's a good place for it. Yeah. All right, moving on. We're going to go to the new segment of this show, guys. Is going to be Pick Your Team. And we've got,
oh my gosh,
awesome segment, Cubs. So essentially, I don't know if you've seen it. They usually do it with sports teams like NBA and NFL. Yep. We are going to build ourselves your best or favorite team using only $15. And we like to mix it up. I like to put a couple characters that you weren't expecting in there. Cubs, I'm going to let you start. Build me your team with this $15.
Okay, do I have to do all 5?
Oh, let's do one at a time. How about that?
One at a time. Because can I just do 3 characters and have them all be in the 5 tier?
They gotta be 5. You gotta make the team of 5.
I can't just pick LeBron, Kobe, and freaking, I don't know.
Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan.
All right, you get your first one up. What do you got?
All right, I'm going to take as my first selection, I'm taking Shan Yu.
Shan Yu. Yeah, that's the bet that is safer because you got the leadership there. I can't find a reason to get Zerg or Hades. They don't do enough. I'm going to go, it's a little predictable. I'm going to go with Elsa.
Elsa. Okay, I'm going Big Bad Wolf.
Big Bad Wolf for your second slot, so you're up to $8. I'm gonna go ahead and go right under and get Ana too. That's gonna be like kind of my Frozen 2 staples, and then I'll build the rest. So I'm up to 9, you're up to 8. Give me another.
8. Zerg.
Zerg. So now you're up to you're gonna have yourself a Shan Yu. You're gonna have Big Bad Wolf. You're gonna have Zerg, but then you're gonna have to have is it $2 up?
Yeah, I got $2 left.
Woo, enjoy that. I'm going to go with, for my next pick, I'm going to go ahead and go, BB Dubs is tempting. BB Dubs is tempting, but I'm going to go with Genie, all right? So I'm going to have Elsa, Ana, Genie. I'm already liking this team, I'll tell you, and I got $3 left. You got $1, or you got 2 left. Give me one of them.
I'm going to go Oogie Boogie.
Hey, you know what? That was my dollar pick, so I'll go ahead. That was my next one. Oogie Boogie was going to be my dollar pick. Yeah, out of those guys, what, are you going to have Rafiki on your team, or what?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take Woody, and I like Woody because Woody has he has a automatic heal that comes in. Hold up, is that only for Toy Story though? But I got Zerg. I got Zerg. I'm also going to love that speed up that he gives, and so it's a little bit DPS heavy, and I don't really have a lot of benefit from Shan Yu's leadership on that team because I don't have a lot of kingdom there. In fact, I have no kingdom. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I made a mistake in picking Shan Yu in hindsight. This is the first time I've done this. Don't hate me in the comments.
It'll be on every episode.
I think it's a team that can just really get off to a strong start and overpower you with damage, because you got damage from Shan Yu, damage from Zerg, damage from Big Bad Wolf. Woody can speed him up, and Oogie Boogie's a pretty underrated tank.
Ayo, okay, I like the breakdown there. So I got one more spot left. I got $2. All those characters are actually pretty solid for the $2. Merlin, Madam Mim, and Davies, who I'm kind of thinking in between. I think Madam is going to go ahead and help me out the most. Actually, changed my mind. I'm going with Merlin. He's going to help out the mythical characters that I have, which Genie's not mythical, but I'll go with it. That's my team. So I've got Elsa, Ana, Genie, Merlin, and Oogie Boogie. All right, guys.
So here's real quick before you stop this. I want to give you some stars in your eyes for a second, because if one day we were to get test accounts in this game, which I'm looking at you, Meathead. I think this is possible, maybe. But let's say we get test accounts where we can match up against each other easily, you and me in live PvP. We can do this segment and then fight it, and then see who picked the best team.
All right. Guys, Cozy Club, tell me in the comments below how sick that would be to have a live pick your team, use your team. That might be the topic of the FastPass, guys. Guys, what would you build with this team on screen right now? Let me know in the comments as well. Cubs, that was a brilliant idea, man. That'd be so sick.
Listen, I know. You know, sometimes it just comes to me.
Let's move on to the last subject. That's going to be leaderships, guys. And, there's some good leaderships out there, Cubs and DSA. But Sean's obviously going to take the cake, right? I feel like once you built your conquest team with Sean, it's like, all right, now who, right? So, Cubs, do you think in general we need more in synergy among new characters coming in, like the Frozen team, but a little more basic, maybe Wilds and Mythical and Oceanic? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I really feel like right now, the game is working through a lot of growing pains right now. Can you sort by leaders in this tab, by the way? I want to pull up all. Is there a way to do that?
I don't think so.
I don't know if there is. I wanted to pull up all the leaders on the screen. Anyway, I really feel like they've done a good job of working on finding a free-to-play, pay-to-play balance right now, where they've got Shan Yu, who's definitely very powerful, and you've got a free-to-play team you can build around that is at a minimum competitive. And then from a pay-to-play perspective, it's kind of narrow. You know, a lot of people are rocking Ana right now. I've seen some people rocking Bo Peep, so you got a little bit of diversity there. Bo Peep's obviously going to be really good for Zerg. Ana's going to be really great for Elsa. Ana can be great for Zerg too. Elastigirl, some people are still using for Dash, but if you're paid to play, it's Shan Yu. And so, if you're free to play, it's Shan Yu. And so I think there's maybe a little more diversity from a pay-to-play perspective at the top end. You know, you can have a little more agency in what you're running. But if you're free to play, it's way too narrow right now. And so while I do love Shan Yu, I hope that they diversify a little bit more. And I hope they come up with some more catch-all leadership abilities. I like theory crafting, and I think something that Galaxy of Heroes is a game I have a lot of experience on, of course. Something they kind of painted themselves in a bit of a corner of making squad synergy too important from a faction standpoint. And so I'd like to see more catch-all leadership abilities come to this game.
Yeah, you know, I think you hit the nail on the head there. Essentially, what I'm impressed with, you were talking about the free-to-play and pay-to-play offerings. Cubs, Shan Yu, and more do come into farmable locations this week as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it keeps impressing me, you know, like we keep kind of getting more, and I'm interested if that means they want more Shan Yu out there so that it's less kind of, you know, they're trying to get more leaderships is what this might lead to. Yeah. I'm not sure, but yes, I think that more synergy is important, and hopefully we get stuff that really involves different sets of characters, maybe even offense or defense characters. I don't know. That's just a thought. But yeah, any closing thoughts on leaderships, Cubs?
Yeah, I think it's something that I would like to see some improvement on, but I'm also I'm not too upset at this point because I feel like this is just my personal feeling. I know there's a lot of feelings out there, you know, about some things that you guys would love to improve. We're always gonna have those things, but next to some other games I've been a part of, I think that this game's in a pretty good spot right now from a balance perspective. And I mean, that's just, we haven't even mentioned the Aladdin team that they tuned up. And so I really think that, you know, I'm pretty happy right now. I just think free to play, there's a little bit of a hole on options for now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, again, people, you keep forgetting this game is brand new. We've got a long future ahead. And you know, the devs are killing it. First starting off, I know these games like this, I mean, Marvel Strike Force, I started that when it first came out, and there's a lot of controversy with Foxnet and a bunch of stuff, right? And then they fixed themselves completely. So
they had a big turnaround, yeah, and so we're not having anything nearly like that here. So I think
no, not at all.
Thank you, Meathead.
Yeah, exactly. We love you, Meathead. Hey, guys, that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for coming on over to the Cozy Club. Guys, I go ahead and stream during the nights around 6:30. Cubs streams during the day. So you guys come check out our Twitch streams. I'll both in the description below. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. We have Sorcerer Stone video coming out for you a little bit later after this video. You guys stay cozy.